The next action is Makkah. So, to summarize, we've covered Rami on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, throwing the pebbles at Jamaratul Aqaba. Then we've done Nahr, which is the sacrifice, which is done on behalf of us. Then the third thing is shaving our head. Finally, on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, we have one last thing to do. But we as a group will not walk to Makkah. Remember from Jamarat, the big one, the big pillar, we didn't walk to Makkah. What did we do? We came back to our tents. This is for our group in particular. Different groups have different programs. You can do it in any of the next few days, but the best thing we do is do it on that night because it's the Hajj Tawaf. And one big action left, the Hajj Tawaf and Sa'i, and then you are more or less a Hajji, insha'Allah ta'ala. So therefore, we do it on that evening, insha'Allah. We perform the Hajj Tawaf, Tawaful Ifadah or Tawaful Ziyarah. These two terms are used in different books. It's the main Hajj Tawaf. So what we will do is come back, okay, in the evening after Maghrib and Isha. We'll pray Maghrib and Isha, rest during that day because we had strenuous 2-3 days. We're out of Ihram. Trust me, you will feel like sleeping. Everybody will feel like doing is sleeping. Every minute is sleeping. Right? And you might find one of us trying to give a talk or doing something and everybody's like just sleeping, right? Because it's so nice after that shower and after the hairs, all, tahallul al-awwal. And in the evening after Isha, after dinner, we will leave to Mecca, insha'Allah ta'ala, or people will leave, and all the people of performing Hajj will go to Mecca to perform this final action of big action, which is the Tawaf, al-Ifadah and Ziyarah. Okay, when you arrive, okay, there is no ittiba', uncovering right shoulder, or raml, bold walk in this tawaf. It was on the arrival tawaf, Tawaf al-Qudum, the Umrah one, we do that. Remember the ittiba', uncovering the right shoulder, and also jogging for the brothers, or moving briskly for the first 3 rounds. This is not needed in this tawaf, inshallah. Then you pray your normal 2 rak'ah as you do for every tawaf behind Maqam Ibrahim if possible or anywhere in the masjid. In this tawaf, because you are in the state of ihram, not for sisters but for brothers whose feet are aching, you're allowed to wear socks and whatever you want, like khuf, or if you want to wear, what do you call it, the leather socks or something like that for padding. But now it's allowed. So maybe I will advise maybe to carry 1 pair, but then it's so hot. Is it advisable to wear socks in the heat? Some people say, well, it's too. If you wear a sock, it makes you warm. However, if your feet feel your feet, maybe keep it extra, and for your feet you can. If you need it, use it. If not, then carry on. Okay, because obviously sisters can wear it anyway. That's not an issue. So we're talking about brothers here. Okay. And for that, there's one brother here who has a feet problem in his heels. He can wear, if he wants to, he can wear some sandal or something for Tawaf and Sa'i, which is new. Have a special pair to wear that, inshallah ta'ala. A new version, not an old one, not a dirty one, a new one. Because we're in the masjid boundary in the haram, it's good to wear that. Okay. Otherwise, don't wear it if it's not necessary because it's out of respect to the haram. Tawaf al-Ifadah is also called Tawaf al-Ziyarah, as I said to you. Okay, and now we move to Sa'i. So we perform 7 rounds as per normal, the Tawaf. Then we perform the 2 rak'ahs, and then we go to Sa'i. Where do we go to? Perform Sa'i, Safa and Marwa. And that's when your legs are going to start aching. All of you will remember this moment as well. Then your legs start kicking in, right? And you feel it a little bit. Some of you, I mean, to be honest, I don't feel it so much now. It goes past me now. I don't feel it at all. Alhamdulillah. But it depends. Some people feel it, sometimes, So if you always think about, I think if you concentrate on the dua, concentrate on the Hajj Tawaf, and what dua should you mention in Tawaf al-Ifadah is the dua of Qabul Hajj. You make dua, Ya Allah, Allahumma taqabbal minna, or Allahumma ja'al hajjana hajjan mabrura, wa sa'yana sa'yan mashkura, wa dhanban maghfura. Yeah? Like this dua. So make our Hajj a Hajj mabrur. Make our, sa'i full of good deeds and acceptance, inshallah. These kind of things, yeah? Accept our Arafah, wuqufu bi Arafah, standing in Arafah, Ya Allah. These kind of things. So all you're doing constantly is asking Allah, Ya Allah, accept my Hajj. Ya Allah, accept my ad'iyah. And if you have any dua, make dua. Ask for istighfar. Still continue. Don't stop there. Every abd should be making istighfar all the time for forgiveness, inshallah. And then we move to sa'i, as I said, between Safa and Marwa, and you do the sa'i as you did before. So you come at Safa, okay, and you do face the Qibla, and you say, Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah, and then you do Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. It's not here, but in your dua book, you will have it, okay? And you make that dua, and then you do dhikr and dua, and then you come down and you go to Marwa. That's one round. And in between you have the bit where you have to jog for the brothers. But then when you get to Marwa, again you make the dua, face the Qibla, and then you come back to Safa, etc. You continue all the way 7 times. And then you have completed your Tawaf al-Ifadah and Hajj Tawaf, and you are in the state of complete tahallul. The second tahallul that we mentioned. The first tahallul and second tahallul, or the smaller tahallul and the bigger tahallul, the akbar, okay, the complete one. And now all the restrictions of al-ihram is now lifted. And then you drink from Zamzam if you can, and return to Mina. And then we return to Mina. There's no need to stay in haram, salawat and things. Yes, if it's salat and pray, but otherwise, what's your job now? You're still doing your Hajj. You still need to stay in Mina. Al-mabitu fi Mina, to stay in Mina. In the ayyam of Tashriq, the days of Tashriq, 11th, 12th, and for some 13th. So now, there's some masail regarding women. Very simply, the masail or the questions of tawaf for women. Just some precaution. Tawaf is the one ritual that requires a complete state of al-ihram, complete state of tahara, and this is for brothers and sisters, and for sisters particularly, obviously they're not supposed to perform tawaf at any time in their menses or their monthly cycle and until they become clean. So if they are in that situation, they have to wait and complete it later on. Okay? When planning for Hajj, women should make their return flight on a day that would allow them to be clean after 10th of Dhul Hijjah. Also, it is permitted to use medicine or delay, as I said, pills or medicine to delay that, inshallah ta'ala. And this is a very, very extreme necessity. If a woman could, in the case that she cannot wait in Mecca or come back for Tawaf al-Ifadah and she can perform the Tawaf out, then can she perform Tawaf out of extreme necessity, based on the opinion of some scholars like Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah and some Hanafi and Hanbali scholars. As I said to you, she can take supplements and medicine to stop the bleeding and perform Tawaf.